School is in session, and this is your school pep talk. Everybody, welcome back to the Multipliers Leadership Podcast. My name is Joseph, and I'm thrilled to be back with you as we have a two-part series that'll be super fast because I know that when you step into the school season, life gets crazy. And there's so much expectation, so many emails, so many supplies to buy, so much to do. Kids got to go everywhere. And it can be like a roller coaster that you did not sign up for. But here's the reality. You don't have to ride the crazy train, crazy roller coaster like everybody else, because every school season, and I would say this is pretty much any transition season, is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to level set culture in your family, to highlight values, to show that we are not like everyone else. So these next 2 weeks, I'm just going to give you 4 different things to help you on that journey. And I'm going to start by saying that no healthy leader drifts into a new season. Healthy leaders look at the new season and say, what does that look like for me and my family as we serve the Lord? So I'm going to give you 2 points today. The first one is to prepare. Seems like the obvious one, but it's to prepare. Okay, school's in like 2 weeks. So maybe you've done some things, maybe you've done nothing, but prepare in 3 ways. Prepare first physically. What are the physical things you need? I mean, make sure that you do all the things, that you get the crowns you're supposed to buy, that you get the pencils, that you get the funny scissors that I don't think I'll ever use these at home, or you get the glue stick that everybody has to get and kids eat and sniff and whatever else they do. But get all those things. But then what else do you need to do? What does it look like to have good rest as a family? What does it look like to maybe restructure your schedule because it's not summer anymore? What does that look like? What does good food look like? Good nutrition look like? What are the physical things that you need to be able to do? And there could be a laundry list of other things. I'll let you decide that between you and the Lord. But what are the things to prepare physically? I mean, when we get started, or as we think about this, in Proverbs 16:3 says, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. And so as we think about all of these steps to take, just remember we're putting it at the hands of Jesus and saying, like, I want to do the best plan for me and my family to thrive in the season. So prepare physically. The second thing is prepare mentally. Know your why. Know why are you actually going to school? So if you're sending kids to school, help them to discover that. Why is it important that they're at school? Why is it important for them to be able to go and get an education? Or if you're actually going to school yourself, know your why. Not just because the government asked you, your parents asked you, but the real question is, who do I want to become this school year? Ask your kid that question. You're like, my kid's 7. Ask them. You may be surprised at what they say. Who do they want to become? And maybe turn it around and say, as a parent, what kind of parent do I want to become? I mean, it's too easy just to do all the checklists of stuff. I just got my kid's baseball text and expectations for him as his cute little 5-year-old or almost 5-year-old self gets to play t-ball. There's expectation. It's too easy to let that just happen. So prepare physically, prepare mentally. The third is prepare spiritually. I mean, it seems like the obvious one, but for us, it says in John 15:5, it says, I am the vine, you are the branches. Whoever abides in me and I in him, it is that bears much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing. And so for us, if we don't start with the most important thing, which is to abide in Christ as a family, as an individual, if we don't start there, then it's going to be really hard to see good fruit. So what does it look like for you to prepare spiritually? To pray for your mind, to pray for the anxiety, to pray for the teacher, the friends, the administration. Like how do you need to actually prepare spiritually? And so I present that question to you and say, the Lord doesn't want you to just go about life like the wind tosses the trees. He wants you to be intentional. And we can only do that if we're really intentional about, man, what does it look like for my time with the Lord and how I walk through this season? I've mentioned it before. I use the Pause app pretty frequently, and I encourage anybody and everybody to use that tool as you prepare spiritually. All right, here's the second thing. The second thing is so we prepare. The second thing is to fight the cynic. Okay, this is going to be a fun one. So fight the cynic. John Eldredge has this quote. Actually, it's in the Pause app. And he says this. He says, we cling to our skepticism for self-protection. Man, I can be guilty of this. Cynicism often masquerades as wisdom or as I know better, I'm smarter. And here's the real bit, or here's the truth of the season of school. There are so many details, the administrations and schools and friends and parents and all that have to think through. It's so easy for things not to go well and us to become the cynic, us to become the skeptic. Diedrich Bonhoeffer says when the cynic prides himself on honesty and pretends to be an enthusiast for truth, he overlooks the important point that since the fall, reticence and secrecy are essential. He's basically saying, you do not have to be the Karen. You do not have to be the one that acts like they have everything else figured out because clearly you know better. Be the one that gives grace. Be the one that speaks wisdom when it's the right time and the right place. Be the one that shows mercy. Be the one that says, man, this school pickup line is absolutely insane and I would never do it this way. But you know what? I choose to be grateful. Can I remind us today that your children, your friends, your neighbors, they listen and they pick up on how you talk about school systems, government, people, the ripple can go out. May we be a people that can speak truth, but also be a people that extends grace and mercy to people that are trying to do their absolute best. Philippians 4:8 says, finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, think about these things. So when your kid comes home and they want to instantly complain and have all the things that they want to fuss about, may you take them back to the things that are lovely and true and honorable and say, can we think about these things today? So for you, as you step into this school season, prepare physically, mentally, spiritually, and then fight the cynic and replace it with gratitude, replace it with joy, replace it with the things of the kingdom, because that is the stuff that actually makes a difference. That's the stuff that sets the culture in your home that says, we're going to be a people that prepare well. And we're going to be a people that speak so well because the words that come out of our mouth have the power of life and of death. And so we are going to choose life this school season. Hey, school's in session. I can't wait till we come back again next week. Bye-bye.